Good, y'all. So here we go. Album review. Y'all should already know what it is, but for those who really don't watch my videos, yeah, Yelawolf, man. This album is very different. It's like country music mixed with rap hip hop. You know, make sure that some people have even noted that Kid Rock have done it, Bubba Sparks, things of that nature. For one thing, it was too many songs on here. I definitely feel like he could have made an album cohesive enough with probably 12 tracks, 15 tracks. Not even that, maybe just say 12. Definitely an improvement from Radioactive. I felt like that album was cool, but it just seemed like too fucking made for radio. Positive about this album, it had one feature, and that was Eminem. He basically handled everything from the rapping to the singing, and that shit was incredible in my personal opinion. What else? He dropped 2 mixtapes before this. I think the joint with Ed Sheeran and another one with Travis Barker, I do believe. I forget the names at this time. He has a great persona in a sense. You definitely can hear it. He went from there to here, and yet still, it's like dealing with fame or lack of. You definitely hear that. The production was great. I love the melodies. Very personal on this project. His singing wasn't the best, but I mean, who's really is if you're not an R&B singer? He just feels like an outsider, and if you didn't tell, the album has kind of a Christian angle about it, which was cool too. But it opens up with the first track, Outer Space, where basically he getting snatched up by aliens or whatever. And I thought it was funny, but I didn't really like it. The production was just different. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Yelawolf fan, so at the end of the day, it is what it is. Best Friend is the thing that brought me to even purchase this album, because the first listen, I'm listening to this shit like, I just wasted $15. You know what I'm saying? But maybe I wasn't in the right frame of mind to listen to it at that time, so I definitely took the time out today to listen to it. And I had a different perspective on it. It goes into Change, track 2. A lot of background samples of that record. The production was just on point. His lyrics were just very deep. It came from a real personal place, and definitely you gotta, tip your hat to him for being so brave to talk about the things that he talked about. American You, to me, that song, a lot of people don't like it. They feel like it's a female track. You know what I mean? To me, I just look at it like it's just him saying, shut up and fucking enjoy the music. You know what I mean? And I love the lyrics behind it. I'm not saying the production is best, even the melodies though, but I definitely could enjoy the lyrics. I don't see why that song is not even on the radio, because it definitely seems like a radio, at least on the country music side of things. And I definitely feel like this album is not really a hip-hop album. This shit should go up for, like, when they be having the country music awards, I definitely feel like this album should be over there. Whiskey in a Bottle, the beat was crazy, you know what I mean? To me, it seems like he's saying he's getting better with age, you know what I mean, with his age. Honest lyrics in there, he metaphorically used a bottle of whiskey to basically say, in retrospect, that's him. So I thought that was unique. Ball and Chain interlude, it was just like a minute and something. It could have been longer, so I really couldn't get into it. It's cool for what it was worth, you know what I mean? I ain't had no problem with it. Number 6, Till It's Gone. It's definitely a tearjerker, about self-awareness and things of that nature. Real lyrics in there. The production was amazing, and by this time, listening to it again, it's like, damn, what the fuck was wrong with me the first time? I wasn't feeling this shit then, so I had to really assess myself and be like, yo, you gotta go into this with an open mind, you dig? So by the time we get to number 7, Devil in My Veins, and it's about dealing with inner demons, I was like, oh shit, here we go, thank you, you know what I mean? Just another album to where, as far as the content wise, it's relatable to me. So some would say, well, he must have had a fucked up life, and if more the music you're relating to is more depressive, detrimental, anxiety driven, it's not that. It's just at a certain point in my life, I was going through certain things matched with, on this side, I'm going through this, but without certain substances and things of that nature. Alcohol, and weed or whatever. But I definitely love Devil in My Veins. Best Friend, featuring Eminem. A lot of people, said it. I can't say it, you know what I mean? Not that I won't. It's just Eminem verse, it was a dope verse. You know what I'm saying? I like his verse. A lot of people talk about his flow and everything like that. I really don't see a difference, you know, in his flows. I mean, yeah, he's not the 20-something Eminem no more, but I mean, I don't feel like his flow didn't match the production. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Not to sidebar, but to be frank, Kanye on Smuckers, when you listen to it in retrospect, I was fucking high as shit last night. I smoked like 2 blunts and was like, it's cool, but definitely it's a forgettable verse. You know what I'm saying? And that's saying a lot, because I laughed out loud when I listened to this shit and was like, damn, motherfuckers is right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not that I didn't say that, but it just felt like that verse, why did Tyler do it? You know, so definitely Best Friend, about faith or the exploration of faith, relationship with God. And definitely that's a good track. A lot of people really feel touchy when they hear songs like that. They really want to speak on it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Empty Bottle is about alcohol abuse and the emotions that go through it. I know about that. Basically, when I used to drink, it was a thing called Colorasi. If you know E40, you know what that is. And I used to just buy that shit, you know, in my garage, you know. We recycle in our crib, so they just go in the garage and see bottles filled up, to where whenever my stepdad, you know what I mean, go turn that shit in, he was making between $80 and $120. So you do the math on that, you know, and you know those glass things are basically worth 5 to 10 cents. And if he bringing home $80 to $100, you can just tell I'm lucky to be alive, put it like that. So I definitely understand what empty bottles mean. And at one point I was like buying certain alcohol based off the bottle itself, how unique it was, and was saving them and shit. Like, you seen all type of shit in my room, from Belvedere, Hypnotic was my favorite drink, Jack Daniels, what else? Jägermeister, just all type of shit. You know, and then I switched on to champagne, and Moet was my favorite champagne. So it goes so forth and so on, but I definitely can relate to empty bottles on a personal level. Heartbreak is dealing with, number 10 is dealing with a gold digger, a money-hungry chick. She only care about the money and the things you do for her over you as a person. I can't say I know too much about that, but definitely when you get chicks that feel like just because of how you look and how you are, they perceive you to have money and expect certain things in order for sexual favors. But that shit is just weird, you know what I mean? We all been there where you date a chick where you into her, but she only into you because of the shit you do. And that's a horrible way to live life. And that shit can bring on being depressed and stressed out and shit, because you working so hard and doing what you doing just to please her, but at the end of the day, what the fuck is she doing to please you? Maybe it's just me. Tennessee Love, basically a song about his fiance, beautiful song. I definitely love that record right there. Number 12, Box Chevy, is basically about his love and passion in cars. I didn't really like it. I think the original was better. Y'all can probably bash me for that, but I really don't care. Number 13, Love Story. Very dark beat, great melody, some deep lyrics in there, very amazing story. If you really listen to it, I was touched by it, you know. And moving on to number 14, Johnny Cash, 3 Checks, relatable lyrics. A lot of people hate this song. You know, if you just go on YouTube and just type in these individual songs, you read the comments like, damn, motherfuckers don't like this song. I thought it was dope. I think it's just basically about becoming a successful star. He didn't become that like he thought he was. I think that was a song where he said, I'm a personal shrink. I throw my heart on the ground, stump it, and use the blood as ink or something like that. It was a whole bar, but, you know, that stuck out to me, you know, and I was like, holy shit, like, I can envision that, you know what I mean? I used to use the metaphor, it's like, the way you know how you get your heart broke, it's like you metaphorically might as well just take it out of my chest and Barry Bonds that shit and catch a home run, because basically you hit me out of the park. It's weak, but you know what I mean, if you understand what I'm trying to say to the chick, to where it's just like she don't understand when she say you don't care. It's like, okay, if I was willing to die to show you that my heart is yours, that's telling you metaphorically that I do care about you. Just, I don't know, I think different. But that song was just dope. Have a Great Flight is a personal song by his grandmother, which I thought was incredible. The last half of the album was more on a personal level. I can respect it, you know, and I was like, wow, this shit is just, you know, flawless in a sense. You know, I didn't really care about the different production from the country mixed with rap, but I just feel like the lyrics is what counts the most, you know, so I definitely love that track. Sky's the Limit, that was dope, where it talked about a lot of social issues that's going on as far as racism, the cops that bombing in Boston, and I definitely felt he was honest with it, you know what I mean? Everybody has a troubled life, everybody go through things, and don't never judge a book by its cover. You know, you perceive somebody to be one way, but don't judge them because if you don't know them. That was a great song. Disappear. To me, that song, it definitely was about his dad. You know, I looked at it as a perspective that he's talking from a child perspective. You know, the abuse mentally and physically that a dad can do to a son is very detrimental. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that. Even if your dad's not in your life, to me, that's still an abuse because spiritually and mentally, you want your dad there, he ain't there. So that was a touching record. And the last track, Fiddle Me This, I'm sorry y'all couldn't fuck with the production. That shit, it drove me fucking ape shit. And I'm listening to it like, oh, fuck this, I can't get with it. You know what I mean? But overall, this project was dope. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Glad I actually picked it up and really got into it. You know, I like 15 out of 18 tracks. Production the same, about 8.5 out of 10. Not bad. Definitely better than his debut album. And this shit should be his debut album because I feel like this is going to get him the attention that he was looking for, even though now he don't give a fuck about it, that his first album didn't do. So definitely I'm glad he left Eminem alone with this project and he went in there and did his thing. You know what I mean? I think that's one thing about Eminem being a CEO is it's like he always try to come in and help, but it's just like you got to realize your artists are not you. You can do damn near anything and people gonna fuck with it. So you just got to sign the artists and let them do them and add little tips and everything, but don't try to give them a sound because that's not their sound. That's just me being, you know, a music listener. But y'all let me know what y'all think about it. If you picked it up, what's your favorite songs? If you grabbed it, did you get the physical or the digital? I think you should go get the physical because the inside of it, I don't know why my forehead always so sweaty, stupid ass lotion. The inside of it, the artwork is just fucking phenomenal. But that's just me. Sorry that this video was past 10 minutes. I try not to make videos that long anymore. But hopefully you